Hello, work life warriors. Happy hump day. I hope you're feeling well. What y'all doing? What y'all doing out there on this beautiful Wednesday? I'm in Raleigh and it is so beautiful today. This is the first sunny day in like 2, 3 weeks. It's been so rainy here. So, what are you all doing today? We are more than halfway through the work day. We're closer to get off. Did you stress today? Did you go out in nature? Did you do some social play? Any deep breathing? Any laughter? What did you do today during your shift to make sure that you were managing your stressors? How did you de stress during your shift? Remember, you don't want to wait to at the end of the day to kind of de stress or de stress when you're riding home because you may not have enough time to do so, right? Many of us have another full time job when we get off if we are parents, right? We may have pads, we may have other things to do. Some of us have part time jobs. And so we need the energy, right? In addition to the obligations that we have to do when we get off of work, some of us just want to relax, play, do some hobbies, take care of some errands, do the things that we really want to do, right? We spent so much time at work and we worked very hard, right? We work hard, but we don't make time for play. So, what are you doing to play as hard as you work? How are you managing your stress throughout the day? We don't want to let it accumulate till you feel physical stress symptoms. We want to keep an eye out on our mood, on our emotions to make sure that we are engaged and productive and tapped in and tuned in, and we are practicing mindfulness. So it is so very, 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 very important to always be aware of how you're feeling because stress is an emotion, right? So you may be feeling happy, and then next thing you know, you're on the wrong side of emotions. You may feel angry, frustrated, disappointed, and all those types of emotion cause stress. And stress has physical symptoms as well, right? And so we want to make sure that we're countering our stress. There isn't one single day that we don't have stress. So managing our stress is non-negotiable, right? We should be practicing stress management and wellness every single day. It is not optional because our health and our wellness will deplete without it, right? And so when we are stressed out, our breathing is the first thing impacted. So our breathing rhythm changes under the stress. And normally we already practice chest or thoracic breathing, which is shallow, and it's irregular, right? Because we're taught to stand up straight, uh, push out our chest, suck it in, and that makes sure that we're not breathing the correct way, right? So we're not pushing air down into our belly, into our diaphragm. So we are not practicing abdominal breathing or deep belly breathing, which is really what we need to do, especially when we are stressed out. One of the first things that is impacted by stress is our breathing. So, one of the first tools that we should utilize when we are stressed out is deep breathing techniques. And it's so easy to do. The first is just to put awareness on your breathing, right? When you want to see if your breathing is even and non-constricting, if it's not rapid, shallow, if it's non-even, right? You want to make sure that you are slowing and normalizing your breaths, that your inhales are as long as your exhales. You want to kind of just keep an eye on your breathing to make sure that you are not hyperventilating and that you are taking in enough oxygen so that your body can do its job and release gases to and from the body, keeping you in a state of equilibrium. So it's so important. It is said that 90% of doctor visits are for stress related symptoms, which means that 90% of us think that we are managing our stress, and we're not. We are managing maladaptively. We go to the quickest tools that we have to manage stress, although they are maladaptive, which normally are distracting, withdrawal, numbing, and we have go-to tools like cable television, social media, shopping, alcohol, gaming. It's so many things that we turn to that reduce our stress in the short term, but it is maladaptive in the long term, right? So we don't want to build habits of shopping and gambling and substance abuse and spending a lot of time on cable television and social media because it is a waste of our essence, right? It is good in small bursts. It's good to help you ground yourself, to kind of de-stress in the moment, but it cannot be your go-to method. One of your go-to methods, the number one go-to method should be deep breathing. So what we're going to do is just take a moment and watch our breathing and just kind of see if your breathing is deep and robust and even. And we're just going to watch our breathing, and we're going to try to fix it to make sure our inhales are as long as our exhales. So just kind of make sure that you are inhaling in through your nostrils. You're letting the air go down through your throat, down your chest, into your abdomen. Feel it as it travels down into your abdomen. You could pause for a second and then release it. And we're going to slow and normalize our breathing. So you want it to be even and non-constricting. You want your inhales to be as long as your exhales. And just keep your mind on your breathing. If anything, like any thoughts pop up or anything around you grabs your attention, just breathe it back. Bring your attention back to your breathing and just focus on how you're breathing. If you're breathing deeply, if you're breathing down in your belly, if your breathing is even and non constricting, if your chest is moving more than your belly, then it means that you are practicing chest or thoracic breathing. And that will be your first adjustment. It just takes a small adjustment to recognize how you're breathing, tune in, and practice non constricting, even breathing. That's all. That's all you have to do. Do it for 2 or 3 minutes, just focusing on your breathing. You could do it up to 10 minutes. And after you stop or you calm down or relax, you will realize the benefits. You'll realize how you feel more grounded, you feel more engaged, more productive, more energized. You feel like you're in more control. You're ready to take on the world. It is the simplest method to decrease stress in the moment, but we rarely use it, right? We don't know about it, or it's just something that we don't think work or we don't think about it. But deep breathing is the king of stress management. So I challenge you that every single time you're feeling stressed out to practice some deep breathing. Just practice mindfulness and check in with your breathing. Make sure that you are practicing diaphragmatic breathing and your breathing is even and non-constricting, and then you will get back to balance. And so I want to make sure that you all know how to use deep breathing, especially in this day and time. It is very stressful out there. We are working so very hard, but we don't play it as hard as we work, and it's your responsibility to do it. You have one life, so go and add all the play, fun, joy, satisfaction to your life. You deserve it. It's in your best interest to do it, and you'll be happy that you did. So get out there, work life warriors, and play today after work. Play this weekend, make a plan for play. I am going to the Caribbean Fest to play this weekend. I probably also go to the pool. So make a plan for play. You'll be happy that you did. And I will see you tomorrow for Thursday's tackle topic. Have a great day, work life warriors. Bye.